Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's classic car has got to be one of the most iconic European Fords from the 1960s. In fact, this one is a 1960 Ford Consul Mark II, referred to as the low line because of the fact that the roof line is a little lower than the earlier cars, when they call those high lines, of course. Now, for those of you in the know, there was three models really, and the Ford Consul, this one, was the entry-level four-cylinder 1700cc smallest engine. We moved on to having a Zodiac as well, again a well-loved car, a bit posher, and then the Zephyr, or the Zodiac Zephyr, or Zephyr Zodiac. I can't remember which way round. It's a bit confusing because the word Consul does crop up across a few cars in the Ford range in the sort of 50s and 60s, and actually through to the 70s. As those of you who love and remember the Sweeney probably remember what we probably refer to as the Mark I Granada, or in fact it was a Consul, that car, Consul GT in fact, and that's an example of Ford using that Consul name. Now, these cars started life in the Mark I version from the middle 50s. In fact, the Consul replaced the Pilot, and the Cortina replaced the Consul, I suppose, in running order, and this is where this one slotted into history. Now, the car itself is absolutely rock solid. We've had the advantage of having it up on the ramp, and it's so remarkably original underneath. And if you do what we did, and that's look back at MOT histories from the mid 2000s, when the DVLA started putting MOT results digitally available for everyone to see, this car, I think, had only ever had a failure on an MOT advisory on a rear brake light not working. Other than that, it's always passed its MOT with no advisories, which is quite something for a car which is remarkably, I mean, I can't believe how old these cars are getting, but this one's from 1960, and then it's remarkable to think, you know, that's over 60 years ago. But for a 60-year-old car, tremendous. Concours show winner, I'm afraid she isn't, but that's because concours show winners are generally, well, like a brand new car, in fact, if not better. But this one, if you wanted to do that sort of thing, I'm sure it'd be a great contender to take it to a concours car, but personally I would love to just enjoy this car as it is. Now, I've left the engine bay open because people always ask for engine bay pictures, and I'm a bit naughty and I don't always do it, but you'll see that this is in particularly good order, and these aren't repairs. This is just good solid originality in regards to not all welded up, not all replaced. It's just in really good condition. And if you're looking at the bulkhead and these strengtheners, these turret tops, they're just in remarkably good order. In fact, as is everything. The engine's nice and clean. It starts on the button. We've treated it to a set of plugs and leads and the usual ignition timing and setup and carb clean and all the stuff we usually do before we offer a car up for sale. This is a pleasure to drive. This one has an alternator fitted, which is probably a bit better for the lighting and electrics generally, and she's super clean underneath the bonnet, so I wanted to show you that. Let's push that down. The chrome is in really good condition. I'll be very happy with this aspect of car showing. I don't think you're going to get marked down. Just a couple of speckles on the chrome there, but not much. And they do look lovely because of the chrome on the front of these cars, of course, that classic Consul look. Beautiful colour scheme. I'm not entirely sure what shade of greeny blue this is, but it contrasts with a maybe a, would you call that a baby blue on the top, and then a more of an aqua blue on the bottom. Very 1960s looking. A good set of white wall tyres, good wheel embellishers and great chrome in the hubcaps. Nice and straight, the bodywork. We have got a scratch here, unfortunately. I like to try and show you the paintwork, and you can see by looking down there, she is in good order. The paint is good. There are a few scuffs, but minor. I think if this one was polished to death, it would improve its chances. But I mean, it's solid in all the right places, and underneath it's absolutely amazing. Down here I've got a little mark here, but those seals look really good, as do the bottom of the doors, the wings, the bonnet. We got one of those huntsman's lights, do they call those? Sort of American cop cars used to have them and go looking at people's door numbers, that sort of thing. It's got one of those. Nice period accessory lights up, mirrors up here. Excellent chrome around the windows, front and back. And don't worry, it's only a little bit of dust. We've just taken this out of storage. It's been kept under a cover. This side, excellent wing. Tyres look as good as new on the front. That's a matching set of Maxxis tyres. If I'm being fussy, it may be a slight different shade here, but I think some T-cutting would be a good idea for this car prior to really taking her out on the show scene, if that's what you wanted to do. I've got a little low-level scuff here, which seems to run into the back arch a little. It looks like a parking knock. Again, I'm getting really close in with all this stuff. I'm trying to be as fussy as you're going to be if you were here looking at the car with me. Really good panels, actually, very straight. They all look original. I can't see any filler in these. I can't see any bodging up. It all looks really good. The back bumper is in equally good condition, deep chrome. It's been to the Ace Cafe, this car. Really good bonnet and rear wings, lovely condition, and there's that contrasting roof, all pretty much perfect. Now, interior is interesting because no doubt this rear seat, look how good it is through here. This is excellent, really good. Now this rear seat's clearly been recovered, and that looks a pretty authentic colour scheme. In fact, I think with some of the receipts that come with the car, I saw a little swatch which show the colours that were chosen for this seat refurbishment, and that looks really good. So the rear seat looks as if that's been done in recent times, and it's excellent. Good carpets, and it contrasts really well with the overall colour scheme. And that's the back of the seats. Now the front seats haven't been retrimmed. There's been a decision to keep those original. The door cards all round look really good. Got a little bit of dirt on there actually, but I'm sure that will clean up. They look really good. So it's been treated to new door cards. And then we got these front seats. Now this front, wonderful, brings back all the memories, these wonderful bench seats that you used to get in these old cars. And you can look how comfy that is, almost part of the suspension. Centre armrest, I'm sure that brings back memories for lots of people at my age. But this looks far more original. You can see the aging of the leather. You can see that actually does in fact look its age. It hasn't been recovered, but for my money that shows some lovely originality, and I'm allowed to use that overused word patina, I guess, with cars of this age. You would want to get this recovered if you wanted it to look to that standard, or if you just wanted to enjoy and drive the car as is, you'd keep it like this, but that's a choice you've got. It's equally nice inside. All this original paint colour. Oh, there we go. There's the hunting lamp on and off, and we've got an electric washer jet rather than the pump-up one. Those of you who know your period Fords can probably remember how the windscreen wipers work on these. They're great fun. It's lovely that it keeps its original steering wheel, and there's one of the differences with the different models, this style of dashboard. So this would appear to be showing 102,000 miles, but I'm never sure with cars of this age actually how many miles they've actually got, but I can tell you that the car is running really sweetly. Again, showing its age a bit, the material which covers the top of the dashboard, now in time that's got a little wrinkly, and if we were looking to get it perfect, we'd probably look to get that recovered at the same time as probably repairing the front seat, if you wanted to do so. That's purely because of just aging, and it's bunched up. We see it on a lot of these consoles. It's nice that there's all the original switch gear. There's no radio, but there is a gap where you could fit a radio. Of course, there's the handbrake lever there, and you can see just how nice a condition all of the switch gear is. It really is an incredible, look at it down here, a real survivor. Even when I get in really close, you can just see how good the old girl is. Any classic car can be improved. It really does depend how much money you feel comfortable spending, but look how good a condition all this is in here. This is really original. So a car's only original once. There's only so much you can do to preserve originality, and I'm a big fan of it as well. Obviously a restored car is beautiful. It's probably worth pointing out there is some aging to the chrome on the door handle here. This one less so, probably gets used less, so that's a consideration. But the bumpers and the side grills and the front chrome is in really good order. Well, I'm going to have a look around this car one more time. We've mentioned that it is the Consul Mark II low line from 1960. Manual gearbox, which is on the tree as they call it, column change, bench seats, a big car, a real 60s icon. I got a feeling Sid James and Bernard Bresnor turned up at Paradise Camping Club in Carry On Camping in one of these, if I remember my Carry On films correctly. And what an absolutely super example in a beautiful period colour from the 60s. Really in good condition, and she is in stock. She's ready to go. We offer a part exchange service. Ideally we would part exchange your classic car in, even though we do also offer a part exchange on modern cars, commercial vehicles, occasionally the odd motorcycle, etc. We offer full UK delivery at a competitive price. We make sure all our cars are thoroughly inspected. They come with a fresh 12-month MOT, and the PDI is carried out in our own classic car garage with motor engineers who really understand old cars. So we make these cars available in the best condition that we can. We test drive them, we make sure we're happy with them before you take them on. Well folks, that's Danny at Bradley James Classic signing out. Please get in touch to arrange a viewing or to discuss this lovely old Ford with me. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and thank you for tuning in. Take care.